If you was at Chippewa, you know who GL is. We're not going to say his full name because I might run into that guy again. I never say never. But look, he come outside, right? He like, man, the administration keep messing with me. Like, why? He like, they won't send me no more bunkies. My last 3 bunkies told on me. I think white boys don't like me or something like that, man. They racist, bro. They keep trying to put me back on this, investigate me to put me back on this homosexual predator list. In my head, I paused for a second. I think real fast. I want to tell him, your last 3 bunkies, homie, you touched inappropriately. You smacked them or hit them, took all their stuff, made them stay in the room for days, not able to talk to anybody. That's why they leaving, homie. That's why they leaving. He just didn't understand that, right? But you got natural life without parole. You never getting out. The damage prison done to you is irreversible. It's not on me to explain to you no more. I'm trying to go home because if you try me, I got to go all the way. Man, what up, though? You already know how I go. Smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what you comment, as long as you comment. No setup on this and nothing. Just giving y'all the story about this bandit I had to take in the bathroom and I whooped him. He was a B bandit. So I'm young, and a lot of people think when you're young and you fresh in prison, they see a 921 number, 98 number, they're like, well, particularly a 9, because 9 was the newest number. At the time I went to prison, I had a 9 number. So they think you're a fish, a rookie year, you know, and I was. But some of them guys don't realize, like, some guys just not for games, you know what I'm saying? No matter how young or old they are, they not for games. So me and him was cool, man. We were straight. We did business together. He was the candy man. They called him Candy Man. He was the candy man. He ran a store. Like other people, they had chips, candy. MDLC don't give you pops. Chips, candy, candy bars, fudge. The guys will have everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything you need, noodles. But this guy, his specialty is the candy. When you hungry at night, you high off them pills you got from Medline or whatever you don't stuck in or whatever you get, you high, you got the munchies, smoked a little bit. You want some candy? You go to the candy man because he always got it. When nobody got nothing to eat or nothing like that, and you just want to smash a bag of peppermints, cough drops, or some suckers that he don't made, you go to the candy man. That's all he banged, nothing else, candy. So I'm one of them fat boys. At night, when I take that Seroquel to go to sleep, with that guy from the Medline, when I you know, had something, we might have got drunk and I get the munchies and ain't nothing to eat. Ain't no food around. It's a couple days away from store. Everybody done sold out of everything. I get dangerous and aggressive when I'm hungry, when in prison. I don't know what it is, but that's just the way it go. But anyway, me and him did a lot of business. He was an old school guy. He used to try to teach me little things, and he did. He taught me some good chess moves too. He was another person who taught me some good chess moves. Taught me how to perfect my jump shot. We was cool. We wasn't hanging out every day, but every now and then, you know, when I ain't playing chess with my regular partner, I go play chess with him. You feel me? So anyway, strike number 1 was this, right? So I didn't really know about him, but I've heard little whispers. I didn't know who they was talking about, but it was him. So one day, it's this guy named James Brown. No, it wasn't. It wasn't James Brown. It was Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin, about 60, well, almost 60 years old or whatever, older guy. He gay. Real cool, funny dude, man. Like I said, I have no problem with gay people at all. But at this particular time, my bunkie went to the hole. He got into a fight. His name Pac-Man. He went to the fight. I want Pac-Man to be on here too. MLD, Real Stepper, my brother. DZ Diamonds, a.k.a. DZ Diamonds. So he go to the hole for a dumb fight. I'm going to tell y'all that story too. And I'm going to let him tell y'all it. And like I tell y'all, man, right? Any work I said I put in, and it's not being braggadocious, like I always say, same thing, braggadocious, y'all heard it a million times. It's just telling you the truth and providing evidence behind it. That's why I uploaded the paperwork on my tickets. Go see who got their tickets and they discharge packets, all the tickets that they caught. Y'all see the assault on staff, assault on inmate, assault dangerous, this, y'all see it, it's there. Destruction of property, all types of stuff. I was mentally insane, you feel me, like for a while. And I just do that just so y'all just verify my story. That's why I have people come on like Tapo G, Young Gil, guys that I was locked up with, you feel me? We verifying stories for real, for real. We you know, on the streets where we from, we look for validity. behind what you're talking about when you're a real stepper. You know what I'm saying? We need a little validity. You can't just say it. So anyway, now, Benjamin Franklin, Bunky, that he got assigned to, wanted him out the room. And this guy was a blood homie. Candyman didn't want no problems with these bloods or nothing like that. So dog had like 24 hours to get on. They like, all right, we already gave you a day, 24 hours, you got to get out this room. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with being a homosexual. Let's put that out there. Long as you're not taking bonds, okay? That's where I draw the line at. You're a weirdo. And I don't care what he done did. Except maybe, you know, that other weird stuff. That's where I get a little bit less remorse for what happened to you. But nevertheless, nobody needs to be anything taken from them except the other weirder weirdos, right? So he come to me like, hey, I want Ben Franklin to move in your room. And Ben Franklin, funny guy, cool, whatever. Say, Ben Franklin. Oh, dog, you talking about the funny dude? I'm like, man, ain't he gay? He like, yeah, but I need to move in your room until my bunkie go over to the west side. You know what I'm saying? Till you go on the west side of the facility, the other side. Need him in there with you. I'm like, nah, I can't do that, bro. And like I said, I don't have no problems with anybody homosexual, but when you're a stepper, when you respected by your peers, when you respected by your organization, you don't want no funny looking business in your room because they're going to get the action. Why Bird Hill got him in there? Bird Hill don't mind fighting no other time. Bird Hill don't mind doing this to nobody. Why is he in there? And some people be like, man, that's weak that you care about what people think about you. But I'm in gladiator school, homie. Why would I be in gladiator school trying to look like a cheerleader? You know what I'm saying? It just don't go down like that, and it cause problems, man, with everybody. Or if Ben Franklin could start dating another man, and he'd be like, man, you and Bird Hill walked past the room, y'all was in there laughing, or y'all was looking at the same TV, he was letting you look at his TV, or whatever the case may be, man, that look kind of weird. I'm about to go check Bird Hill. And dudes in there kill you over their thing. Kill you. Because there ain't many of them to go. It's a lot of them, but it ain't enough to go around for all the people that's into that lifestyle. And then you got the old guys that can't get the young guys they want, so you know, they try to bomb, they try to do other, and then if that don't work, guys get violent. Like, homie, you gotta go, man. You messing up my routine. This is their home. This is what they made their home, man. So he asked me that, right? I say, no, I'm straight, bro. He asked me again. I say, Candyman, I'm straight. Nah. Tell me why he had Ben Franklin come ask me. I say, Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin come to me like, man, all I do is watch sports. You already know we laugh and giggle. We cool. I just need to be in there for about a week or two, so on and so forth. Can I come down there with you? I'm like, I can't do it, bro, because so on and so forth. I'm Moorish American. He said something foul, right? But I don't want to get nobody pennies in a month, so I'm not going to say what he said about the Moors or whatever. But that's what really made me, like, cutting to him. Like, man, I said, nah, dog, you know, we cool, everything like that, but now you being disrespect, you know. So he, oh, okay, I get it, man. I understand, man. I look like I'm gonna just have to lock up, man. I'm gonna just have to lock up. I'm sorry, man. Do what you gotta do. Tell me why Candyman go to the police. The police called me on the intercom. Hey, Bird, you mind if Ben Frank come down there in your room? You said it was okay. I said, I ain't never said that. He said, oh, you didn't say that? I'm like, no, I never said that. He's like, man, what Candyman? Oh, that said you can do that, man. He can come down there. I forgot what this officer name was. He had the big mustache, he Chippewa, man. And Lime Unit. Like, man, I ain't say that. So I wait for Candyman to come down from the rock. I mean, from his wing. He ain't coming down. I sent somebody to go get him. He don't come down. So now I'm at child. He on one wing. They go, then we go. I'm running out trying to catch up to him. I'm like, Candyman, why would you go to the police and tell them, oh, man, I did that before, man. I didn't know, my bad, bro. My bad. Okay. Nah, the situation blow over. Week and a half later, Ben Frank got a lockup. He said, hey, I want to commit suicide. They take him to the hole and never seen him again. So, fast forward. Dude, he had this white guy, right, that I was squeezing, pause, squeeze, pressure. I was getting stuff from him. Like, hey, bro, whoop, you can stay, such and such. He goes to this kid, right? And tells him, I said, take all this candy and stuff from him and pay 1.5 on it. He like, nah, man, I only get $100 a month. I mean, excuse me, $100 a store. Then if I owe you 70, I owe Bird Hill $70. I'll be in the red. He like, all right, well, it's cool. Well, then just do that. Bird Hill said it's straight. So you're going to owe both of us, and then you'll pay him on your next rib. He do it. The white kid don't tell me or whatever, right? I don't know. And then he come back to the white kid, right? After store pass, right? I get all the stuff from him. Woo, woo. He give me 70. He give him 30 and still owe him 40. Or it was vice versa. I forget what it was. He came to me and said something about, I forgot exactly what it was. I think he gave me the 70 or something, whatever it was, right? So anyway, eventually, he in debt with Candyman. So he come tells me. It's like, how you get in debt with Candyman? He like, well, the last store, I gave you 70. I was supposed to give him 70, but he said, give it to you and just take the 30 and whatever it was, right? And then he say, Candyman said, you said, go up in his room and work it off. I'm so heated. He messing up my play and he putting this on my name. I say, hey, I go to somebody like, hey, what room Candyman in up there? They like, oh, room 108 or whatever it was, 108 on the left-hand side, like 4th door or whatever. People dying and tell me like, hey, yeah, it's there. I'm like, all right. Homie, I tell one of the moles like, hey, look, come cover me. Go talk to the police. Because they right there in the front of the day room when you come out. And they be watching sometimes. And they know me like a mug because I always get tickets. So I have dude go over there and block him. They talk to him. I go up to Candyman room. Knock on the door. He come open the door. I slide up in there. Now Candyman about, I want to say between 55, 60 years old. I felt bad for doing it. I go in there. I confront Candyman. He like, oh man, you know, we cool. He didn't even try to deny it. He just like, oh, we cool. I thought that'd be okay. Man, I rock Candyman about 8, 9 times. He dropped. I get to punching him again, kicking him in his rib. I'm heated that he put this on my name and he tried to mess up my play. Candyman don't even fight back, none of that stuff. I tell him, wrap that TV up, whatever, we'll wrap that TV up, wrap them headphones up, wrap them shoes up, homie. Oh man. I say, look, if I tell you again, I'm going to pull out and blast you. Pause. we talk about some, pause. He wrap it all up. I take his stuff. I tell him he got to get on. Oh, man, I can't go. I ain't arguing no more. I go to the window, look, see if anybody looking. I go over to somebody else's door, slide in there like, hey, hold that for me, bro. I'm going to come back get it. I'm going to give you some money for holding that for me real quick. Go back to Candyman door, knock on it like, hey, look, homie, you got to go. So he didn't want to go. He didn't hurry to wrap up. I sent somebody else up there to go tell him, like, you got to go. Then somebody else went and told him from 2 different organizations. They went and told him, like, hey, you got to go, blood. Hey, you got to go, Lord. Ooh, you got to go. And eventually Candyman dip on off, you feel me? Yeah, he say, I don't feel safe here. Went up to the control center. Hey, I don't feel safe in there. Such and such, such and such. They look back at the camera for about 30, 40 minutes or something like that. They didn't get me, though. They pulled somebody else that went to his door. They pulled them and cautioned them, like, hey, why was this and that take place? But fortunately, he didn't tell. I didn't get in trouble, but Candyman had to go because he tried to pull 2 things back to back, and I just couldn't let it keep sliding, because if I let it slide, and it's this serious from the point you tried to move somebody in my room, and said I was cool with it and talked to the police about me being cool with it, and then somebody would have heard Bird Hill said it's cool for somebody homosexual to come in his room in prison. That's 1 strike. Then now you got my name in some bandit stuff. So we about to clear that up real quick, homie. You gotta go. And Candyman a shooter. Don't get it wrong. He not a fighter. He a shooter. But luckily, he just ain't. He been out the mix. He ain't really been doing nothing. I guess he ain't had no strap on him or nothing like that. But that's why I was so adamant about Candyman going, because if he would have came back out that room and said he not going, I couldn't live in that environment having to look over my back every day. because you got natural life without parole, homie. You don't have nothing to lose. You don't mind sending me home with one eye. You don't mind sending me home with my cheek ripped open. You don't mind sending me home with a wound through my face and my tooth knocked out from behind it. You don't mind hitting me in my throat. And I've heard stories about him putting guys all the way together back in the day for the Solars, you feel me? I heard about it. And when I say Solars, when you a Melanic homie, them boys don't play the old school Melanics, the real ones, the G4s and them, Shaqs and them, Shaq X and I forget what his name. They don't play no roles, homie. And when they hit, them boys trying to send a message. They gonna really permanently damage you, or you gonna go to that Jackson prison. He was no longer a Melanic at the time, but he was. I know he got that militant thing in him. Now he just, he an old, pretending to be feeble man. He a real manipulator. Move around kind of slow, but you see him on the yard running laps hella fast. And one day, when I talked to him, he told me a deep story, right? He said, look, I take on the appearance of a feeble man. It's kind of like witchcraft, warlocks. They'll take on the image of somebody weak, and they invite you in the house, and they'll feed you till you get big enough to eat, take your youth, and then they go back to the old them, and you would never expect it. Just imagine if a 65-year-old man pretending like he on a cane walk up to you and you outside his house with a flat tire, right? Hey, come on, let me help you with that. Sit in my living room. It's not safe out here, honey. I'm gonna change this tire for you. Then you get in there and he got a bunch of bandits in there, or he come in there, take off his shirt. He built like a Greek god and got you. You know what I'm saying? This how treacherous and dangerous prison is, homie. This guy told me this story, and I don't know if it was to put a little bit of fear in me or something like that, or was he really giving me game? Because guys told me stories and stuff about stuff they did. And it might be to put a little fear in you, because I take everything somebody say to me and I put it in the back of my head, like, but that was the situation where I had to whoop on Candy, man. He just violated too much, man. Peace and blessings be upon y'all.
But it was macaroni noise. It was very abnormal, man. It was hella weird. And the next day I had a question about it, like, hey, bro, like last night, dog, I heard some shit up there. Like, what's going on, bro? You over there cooking me, dog? Like that's a no-no, dog. You gotta, like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, bro, no. Like, a couple days later, bro, I done heard it again. And then this time the bunk was shaking. I had it in my hand, like, I'm not gonna tell him he gotta go. I'm gonna do something to his. I holler at my mans down the hall that hold the burners. I had him fish one to me, an ice pick. Shot it down, I reeled it in. I jumped up off the ground after fishing. I looked at him. He's sleeping like a baby, you know what I mean? It had been like 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 in the morning. And I grabbed that thing out my shirt pocket. I jump up a nice one, just come right into his fro, right into his.
The biggest mistake I see non-violent offenders that come in that just truly made a mistake in life, that come from shelter households, that come from the suburbs, is not acquainted to violence and gangs and so on and so forth. The biggest mistake I see them make is they'll let a guy that's been down 20, 30, 40 years, old school guy, come gift them things, giving them noodles, cakes, cookies, eating with them every night, splitting everything with them, wanting to be around them all the time, giving them free phone calls. And his sick and demented mind, by him giving you all this, he's going to expect something in return later on. And he thinks that because you're accepting it, you know what you're signing up for, because you got a baby face and you're not violent or anything like that. That's some of the craziest stuff I ever see. You want to avoid all this? Don't go to prison. But if you do, he's not giving you those gifts for no reason. And then when you don't put out in return what he's expect the hot scalding water, the $1.50, so on and so forth. There's a lot of prison people on my TikTok now. Ask them that, they'll tell you.
Man, but like New York don't fuck with black guys. This is the truth, bro. I'm not lying about it. New York don't fuck with white guys, bro. And he'll tell you that. I don't fuck with black guys. I don't fuck with white guys. But yeah, I run across pussycat too, man. I've never run across knockout though. I did time with New York at Marquette level 5. I did time with pussycat at Marquette level 5 too, but I've never run across.
Captions bigger. LPO said, have you ever ran across Pussycat, New York, Knockout, anybody like that?
Yeah, I did time with Pussycat in New York. Like no exaggeration, and this is not a fairy tale or nothing. Like, New York is a huge, and like New York is a huge, and then when I talk about huge, I'm talking about Michael Clark Duncan huge, bro.
For sure.
Black and braids, look like a baby gorilla. Yeah, I ran across you, man, but like New York don't fuck with black guys, and this is the truth, bro. I'm not lying or nothing. New York don't fuck with white guys, bro. And he'll tell you that. I don't fuck with black guys, I don't fuck with white guys. But yeah, I run across Pussycat too, man. I've never run across Knockout, though. I did time with New York at Marquette level 5. I did time with Pussycat at Marquette level 5 too, but I've never run across Knockout.
Do they reputations precede them, or is it fabricated?
No. I don't know about Knockout. I've heard the stories about Knockout, but I've never seen it myself. But no, it's not fabricated or exaggerated. The stories about New York is true. The stories about Pussycat are true. I've seen it with my own eyes. Like, I've seen white guys tell them no, and then he knocked him out. I'm talking about New York. I'm not gay. I'm not gay, New York. Leave me alone. And what you are for me? And like, he pursued this guy, I think, for like 2 months or something, man. And to finally, like, the white guy said, listen, man, I'm telling you for the last time, I'm not gay. And the young person would knock him out, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, listen, I've heard the stories about what people saying, like, he knocked a guy out and, like, gay and shit, but he didn't this time. I think probably the only reason was because he probably fucking around. But, like, the story is true, man.
Y'all hear that? Y'all non-violent offenders going there?
New York is true, man. Yeah.
I actually spoke with.
Listen,
Go ahead.
There was some guys who, like, there was some white guys who I knew that New York was trying to with. And they came to me like, bro, like, New York cut into me, bro. And I had to tell New York, like, listen, my man, like, that's my guy. Like, he don't swing that way. Okay. Only reason I'm not him is because of you. Listen, I don't care what you not. He said he don't swing that way. That's my guy. Like, leave him alone. Then I seen New York tell some light-skinned brothers, some light-skinned. You real close to being white, but you just light-skinned. If you was white, you already know what it'd be.
Damn.
Yeah. I see the keep on talking light-skinned. You would be next. The stories is true, man. It's funny, but it's true, man.
I actually talked to, New York out now. I actually talked to him. He an interesting character, man. He interesting. Like I
definitely is.
Y'all stick up.
The story is true, man.
My biggest prison reality check was the story I told you about, where those that group of predators was preying on this young white kid or whatever, and they was playing these little manipulation tactics. Oh, you owe him, now you owe him. Oh, now the interest on this and that. So they was just trying to get him up out of, you know what, right? And they were doing it so blatantly and loud sometimes, and then it was getting him to the point where, like, now he's okay. Well, I'll do that to get rid of this, that, and this and that. And I go to somebody I was affiliated with. I said, bro, you don't hear what's going on over there, so on and so forth. Like, they saying this out loud, bro. Like, nobody's around. right before, every time before we go to dinner, they pressing up on him like, you don't find that disrespectful? I'm gonna say something to him, go grab it. What's the name, just in case, because I'm gonna have to do my thing. He said, young blood, those are old school convicts. Those are not inmates, those are not prisoners. That's how they jail. And who cares about this white boy? If he a punk, he should've came to prison. Mind your business. And I literally had a reality check at that moment. Because really, I didn't like the way he was talking to me, but he was just passionate about me minding my business. Because when you interfere with stuff like that, homie, that's very dangerous. This man has basically become a woman in prison. And a woman, that's the highest commodity that you can get in prison. You know, a woman? Even though it's not really a woman, but this is what it's become to these sick individuals. And other people talk to me about it because he went and told other people like, you know, Bird need to mind his business, so on and so forth. I'm trying to teach him things, this and that. Other people come talk to me like older prisoners, because that's what I mess with. Like, just mind your business, bro. You see nobody else saying nothing. That's their game. They got him in debt. However he gonna pay up, that's how he gonna pay up. And that was, when he told me that, I'm looking at him, and then Cruz Ill tell me, man, that's kind of weird, but you know, they ain't got nothing to do with us, man. I had one guy, he's from Inkster, I forget his name. He looked like E40, reminded me of E40. I think it was Von Ill. It was another Von Ill. Or Ty Ill, I forget his name. Long dreadlocks, E40 glasses, everything, right? Look just like him, talk like him, everything. I think he was trying to be E40. But he the one guy that told me, like, man, if you want to do something about it, then we can do it. You know, we're going to need to holler at them and get permission first and so on and so forth. But if that's how you really feeling, I got you. You can just do what you do, and then you deal with the consequences with them later, since you affiliated. You ain't really a part, but impartial, but you affiliated with us, and I got you. You know what I'm saying? You my brother. I know where your heart and your intentions at. But he said, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is prison, homie. This will go on. You don't want to see stuff like this, you shouldn't have came to prison. You don't want to be in nothing, you should mind your business. You can't tell somebody how to do life in prison, natural life. Everybody was getting on me about it, like, damn. Everybody got on me about it. Because like I said, I mess with older inmates, because me and the young guys don't have nothing in common, even though I'm younger and closer to their age than I am to the guys that I hang out with. I hang with the older guys, because they know how to carry themselves. They about that action. They know how to jail. They know how to hustle. And they got good conversation and a lot of game. With the younger guys, I don't deal with the younger guys like that. At the beginning of my bit, I didn't deal with the younger guys because they left a bad taste in my mouth about how they joined gangs. Like, bro, I was just in the county jail with you. You got your store bag took. They came in your room, didn't even put hands on you. They told you, give it up. Oh, bro, well, can I just keep the deodorant? Yeah, you keep the deodorant, the soap, this and that. Give me the rest of the food. I seen this with my own eyes with a lot of individuals. Then they get to the joint. Now they got the 6-point star on their face, tattoos. Oh, yeah, man, I'm big and back, booling by the boo, bloody blood, big and back, a buzzing, boo, woo, woo, woo. What's up, G? What's up, woo, woo, blow? Like, bro, they was just robbing you. They was just hanging up your phone calls. They was just making you get $30 on your phone. They was making you pay 10 of it. Or they kept asking you and you was scared to say no. They indirectly punked you. Now you up here. So a lot of them guys left bad taste in my mouth. And then the young guys, all they could talk about is how they used to shoot, rob. They was the biggest drug dealer in the world, in the free world. But okay, you was selling a half brick every 2 days or a key every other day. Why you in here for armed robbery? Wait, you got 5 counts of receiving, concealing, stolen property. Wait, hold on, you robbed the old lady. Oh, you didn't do it. 5 people said you did it. What are you talking? How was you a big? So that's why I didn't hang with them type of guys, man. And they was always into stuff, even though I was too. But you know, we just didn't mingle. So I hung with the old timers, the real convicts, not the inmates. I hung with the convicts, and they just had this warped reality that this is real. Like, I mean, it is real. I can't explain it, y'all. I can't explain it. Like, it's a real world, but this ain't real, homie. Like, it's not okay. I don't care who you. Now, I don't mind if you a sex offender or something. They robbing you. That's cool, but or whatever you got coming. If you in there for that, whatever you got coming. But you just a regular dude in there. You in there for a drunk drive and failed to pay child support, a gun. Even if you are a punk, I don't think your manhood should be questioned or tampered with while you in there, right? If anybody get what I'm saying. But you better mind your business. You better mind your business. In their head, they got Halle Berry, they got Lady Gaga, they got Amber Rose and a man. That man, to them, is not a woman. And you come say, no, you can't have that. That's if we on the outs and we got a Halle Berry, Amber Rose, and you come try to interfere with that, we're gonna be fighting, we're gonna be doing something, we're gonna be arguing, we're gonna be doing something. So in there, you playing at the highest level, homie. That could be a good 2-year relationship for a man in there. Good 2, 3 year, 4 year, 7 year relationship. I seen people that say they've been couples when other people asked them. I heard them say, "Yeah, we've been together 7 years since I've been here." They've been at the same facility 7 years together, and they jail together. They stay out of trouble because they want to maintain that relationship because it's hard to get another. And I don't want to get too in detail with the words because then you're gonna get people on here flagging videos saying this. Oh, well, if they made him a woman, now he's really a woman, and you should acknowledge him as a woman. Like, bro, what are you talking about? If he ain't choose to be that way, bro, I'm not putting that label on that man. But I'm up late with the coffee Red Bull. We call that the hyphy mix. Shout out Khalil Muscle, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Peace and blessings be upon y'all. Big fat. Peace.